Today, we remember the stories of famous rock stars whose lives ended in deeply heartbreaking ways. Some struggled quietly with the weight of their own thoughts. Some were lost to sudden acts of violence, and others slipped away after deadly battles with addiction or illness. These were the artists who poured their souls into music, who shaped generations with their voices, their passion, and their pain. Their endings were tragic, but their journeys were powerful. Let's honor them together. Jimi Hendrix, the legendary American guitarist and singer-songwriter, will always be remembered for his revolutionary hits like Purple Haze, Hey Joe, The Wind Cries Mary, Foxy Lady, and Voodoo Child's Slight Return. Songs that reshaped rock music and inspired generations of musicians. Tragically, he passed away on September 18, 1970, at just 27 years old, in London, after accidentally overdosing on sleeping pills, leaving the world stunned and mourning a genius lost far too soon. Born Johnny Allen Hendrix, later renamed James Marshall Hendrix, on November 27, 1942, in Seattle, Washington, Jimi faced a childhood filled with hardships, his mother's early death, family instability, and a turbulent youth, but he found solace and purpose in music, teaching himself guitar and drawing inspiration from blues legends like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Howlin' Wolf. By his teens, he was performing professionally, working with the Isley Brothers, Little Richard, and Curtis Knight, gaining invaluable experience that would shape his extraordinary style. Hendrix's move to London in 1966, guided by Chas Chandler, marked the beginning of his meteoric rise. Forming the Jimi Hendrix Experience with Noel Redding and Mitch Mitchell, he released iconic albums like Are You Experienced, Axis, Old as Love, and Electric Ladyland, each packed with innovation, from psychedelic sounds to experimental recording techniques. He also formed the Band of Gypsies, collaborating with Buddy Miles and Billy Cox, showcasing his versatility and commitment to pushing musical boundaries. Hendrix's live performances became legendary moments in rock history, setting his guitar ablaze at the Monterey Pop Festival, delivering his groundbreaking rendition of The Star-Spangled Banner at Woodstock, and mesmerizing audiences at the Isle of Wight Festival, cementing his reputation as one of the most electrifying performers of all time. Beyond his recordings and concerts, Jimi revolutionized guitar playing itself, pioneering feedback, distortion, wah-wah effects, and studio experimentation that influenced countless artists across rock, blues, funk, and even jazz. His songwriting, showmanship, and fearless creativity earned him widespread acclaim, including posthumous recognition as the greatest guitarist of all time by Rolling Stone, induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and a lasting influence that continues to shape music decades later. Amy Winehouse, the beloved English singer, songwriter, and musician, will always be remembered for her soulful voice, bold lyrics, and unforgettable hits like Rehab, Back to Black, and Valerie. She tragically passed away on July 23, 2011, at the age of 27, in her London home, a loss that stunned the world. Amy had struggled publicly with alcohol and drug addiction for years, and despite attempts at rehabilitation, her health and personal life suffered greatly. On that fateful day, she was found unresponsive in her flat in Camden, and authorities later confirmed that her death was due to accidental alcohol poisoning. The news spread quickly, leaving fans, friends, and fellow artists heartbroken, mourning a talent whose brilliance had been overshadowed by personal battles, and cementing her tragic story among the most heartbreaking losses in music history. Born on September 14, 1983, in Southgate, London, Amy grew up in a family that nurtured her love for music, showing extraordinary talent from a young age. She began performing locally as a teenager and released her debut album Frank in 2003, which showcased her raw, jazzy voice and emotional songwriting, earning critical acclaim and establishing her as a fresh new talent in the music world. However, it was her 2006 album Back to Black that propelled her to global superstardom, with chart-topping hits like Rehab, You Know I'm No Good, and Love Is a Losing Game, earning her 5 Grammy Awards including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. Amy's music combined retro jazz, soul, and R&B, and her distinctive beehive hairstyle and bold eyeliner became iconic symbols of her personality and artistry. Beyond awards, she influenced a generation of musicians, leaving a mark on contemporary soul and pop music that is still felt today. Kurt Cobain, the beloved American musician and lead singer of Nirvana, whose raw talent and honest lyrics captured the struggles and emotions of a generation, tragically passed away on April 5, 1994, at the age of 27. His death shocked the world and left fans heartbroken, as he was discovered in his home in Seattle, Washington, in a small, dimly lit room, holding a shotgun, surrounded by personal letters, including a note that revealed the depth of his inner pain. Kurt had long battled depression, chronic health problems, and the overwhelming pressures of sudden fame, and while he had sought help at times, his struggles ultimately overwhelmed him. The music world lost not just a brilliant artist, but a deeply sensitive soul whose struggles were often hidden behind his electrifying performances and haunting lyrics. Born on February 20, 1967, in Aberdeen, Washington, Kurt grew up in a challenging environment. His parents' divorce left him feeling isolated and emotionally fragile, and he often found solace in music and art, teaching himself guitar and writing songs that reflected his inner turmoil and keen observations of the world around him. His breakthrough came with Nirvana, the band he co-founded, which transformed the music scene with its grunge sound, a raw, powerful mix of punk and alternative rock that spoke to the disillusioned youth of the early 1990s. Kurt's voice, often raspy and vulnerable, combined with his candid, sometimes painfully honest lyrics, made songs like Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, and Heart-Shaped Box not just hits, but anthems of a generation. Nirvana's second album, Nevermind, became a global phenomenon, topping charts worldwide and earning critical acclaim for its innovative sound and emotional depth. Kurt's songwriting was lauded for its authenticity, and he became a symbol of rebellion and self-expression, influencing countless artists and shaping the entire grunge movement. He received numerous posthumous awards and recognition, including induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Nirvana in 2014, reflecting the lasting impact of his music and vision. Beyond music, Kurt was known for his unique style, from flannel shirts to unkempt hair, and his introspective, thoughtful personality, which connected deeply with fans who saw in him a reflection of their own struggles and emotions.